be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes, a cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Here's Smith to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Wilson. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. It's Chandler. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now here's a throw that's complete. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Off the play fake. Stockton. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
To throw on 3rd down. Stockton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 39, Wilson. Able to find Higgins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Play action. Now Wilson. And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Over the middle, complete. That's Marshall. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
These two teams all tied after one. Second and 5 now. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Joe Tryon. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd down, Stockton. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
I have to believe that if you're the team trying to block a field goal, you don't mind this weather. All right, the rain probably is going to help you because so many things can go wrong for the guys trying to kick the ball. It's as simple as maybe you just lose your footing. You kind of spin out like a tire in the snow, not getting traction, and you create a space and someone comes through.
And I think for everybody, snapper, holder, kicker, everything slows down maybe a fraction of a second. And a fraction of a second and a field goal try, that can be all the difference.
I love how you describe that. Everything slows down, but it's a deliberate slowdown, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because everyone's trying to be more careful and more deliberate to make sure it's executed.
They go play action now. Wilson. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. Touchdown, Carolina. Nice touchdown, Tommy Trimble, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be...
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Looking to throw on second down. Stockton going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
To throw on second down, Stockton. This one swung out here to Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. 70 Ranger.
On 1st and 10, Stockton. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That caught by Trimble. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Carolina. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Buccaneers 7. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Roberts now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. His first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, Stockton. It's caught. It's Miller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Second and inches at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Over the middle to Evans. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Chris Godwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Mike 48, Mike 48. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That complete over the middle. He's got Manhertz, the tight end. And that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Play action. It's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Levante David came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
This will be fielded at the 17. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle.
And it coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. There's Trimble, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now Wilson on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
To throw is Wilson. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll run it with Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Miller with a 1st down and more. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stockton. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. McCann's got it teed up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just...
There he goes, right side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his maximum speed there, according to the next-gen stats, 21.9 miles per hour. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Throwing on first down. Stockton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be taken down inside the 15. And to make matters worse, a flag is down as well. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah. Yeah.
In addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Man open, here is Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Cooper. Right side, it's Manhertz, the tight end.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Hands it off out of the gun. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Cooper will look to throw it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
Now Cooper looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Chris Manhertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll cut this pass to a 17-point spread. McCann's got it teed up. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw again on 2nd down, Cooper. And a loose football, and the Panthers have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee.